Continue. Hey, good. We're there. Okay. Don't blink if you're playing Coca competition. Because you want that. Oh, I forgot to do the intro. Here. I love this. I love starting and give me this. It's okay though. You know why? It's okay. I fixed it before. Bam. I fixed it before. If this is 11:50. 11:53. Good. Okay, we got trash. 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 Okay, perfect. And I think. Oh. Yeah, I think everything is. I think everything is good when it comes to the storage. Oh no, when it comes to the batteries, yeah. Perfect. Okay, good. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to Competition. Doing well for having a wonderful day on this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, freaking. Today is the 6th of July. 6th of July, yes. 6th of July 2026. It is a gorgeous day outside. When I say gorgeous, you can actually see the cloud, which are really nice. So we're going to be filming some nature corner. We'll be having some fun. I'm going to be doing it small live. And again, it closed. This is bad, bro. This is bad. This is bad because it closed like automatically. So I constantly have to close and open it, which is why it's like struggling so much with the CPU because you're constantly closing and opening it. You know? There you go. Perfect. Okay, we're good. We are Gucci. Perfect. Okay, that's good. So let's start right away. Love you guys. Now we did forget to do something very important. Okay. Don't blink, yes, you're blinking. Competition. Doing well for having a wonderful day on this 7th July 2026. It is a beautiful day outside. It's gorgeous. Today there's not really a sunset. We're still going to film the sunset of sunset. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to tell you what I did today. So fantastic. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's get this day started. See, that's not that bad. Right? And what we forgot my drink. And we're back, baby. We're back. So yeah, so what a freaking amazing day. This is gorgeous. I do like the cloud here. So yeah, so today, another busy day, another wonderful day. Without further ado, let's get this drink open. Nadrovia. Nadrovia. Something fantastic happened. I put two of my favorite drinks in the fridge, which was White Monster and Peach Keen, and I had to choose, which was Peach Keen. Delicious. So today, the 278th Project Vendetta. You'll have to forgive me for the lack of content for Project Vendetta date 2027. We did pretty good though. We did from 8 to 4, 3 to 4. I think it was like, I don't know what it was. I think it was like 3 a.m. Maybe 3. Yeah, maybe 3 a.m. Just gonna survive our merchant. Merchant, you're struggling, my dude. Been a while. I missed you, merchant. I have missed you, my dear friend, my dear new friend. Seeing the 10 phone like that is insane. So I was gonna take a break, but I kept getting texts. I said people Saturday were getting drunk. I'm getting ladies text. I freaked out because freaking Resistance Reborn died.
They're a word in real.
Which sucked because again I'm gonna repeat myself, but it was connected. So there's 2 wires that I have that are not super good. We did buy 2 wires. We bought one that we bought 4 wires, 4 new wires. So I'm gonna try to get the best of the best wire possible, because most of the time my phones are dying and that's not okay. Like even currently, like even right now, I am missing 1 wire. So no matter what I do, I have 1 wire that I can't do. Wow, that makes sense. No matter what I do, there's 1 phone I can't. We bought 2 USB wires to replace the 2 broken. So when I say USB, it's USB A and USB C. So A is the big one. C is these, right? So I'm gonna use the. Oh, I forgot to check. Okay, I'm gonna try to check on. I forgot to check. That's such a mess. It's in the fridge. It's fantastic. So I ordered them. They're gonna come between 5 and 10. Right now it's 8 o'clock. I doubt they're not here. However, I ever have to use this phone or this phone. They're both filming. I possibly have the phone here. I possibly have it here. I don't know. Because there's a chance that I was smart enough to put it on sign in. There's a chance that I was, yes, putting it on my. No, that's the other one. Okay, it's not a big deal. It isn't a big deal. Dude, it's so warm outside. I might change shirt. I don't know why I was wearing this one. I felt like wearing something a bit different than usual. Been wearing a lot of shirt today, and I'm like, dude. But no, it's a bad idea. So today, super cool day. Last night, Resistance Reborn died, and I'm already going to things like, fuck it. That I last 7 hours. Great news. I have lost a grand total of, drumroll please, 45. My mistake, I closed it yesterday. Closed the stream, which equated to the 7 hours. But yeah, so I'm going to replace 2 damaged wire. I have the 2 new one. And there you go. I'll have 2 in need. My only issue is most of the output that most of the charge port that I have a older USB slot, and a lot of the new one is C2C. I don't know why. I have this mentality of the bigger the wire, the more power. I don't know if that's true or not. Bidet. Yeah. So I go to sleep, and I'm like, okay, well, I go to this is a true story. I go to jerk it. Sorry, the Wi-Fi is not working. So I go to touch the bottom. It's too hot. Literally put icing on it, which is nice. The icing. It's a cube of cheese that comes from the fridge. I say microwave. Right? Perfect. Good. Good. I'm a bit today. I'm a bit not necessarily present. I'm a bit in my mind, but I do feel bad about yesterday. Like I got really mad at mom. I really, really got mad at mom, and I was not okay. So I want to come back on it a little bit. Right? I got mad because she sent me a text saying exactly what to say, and to me that was emasculating. I was like a trust, right? Now there's I'm not saying that my mom, but there's some people that no matter what you do, you won't be able to get the trust, right? What you do, that'll never be good enough. What? Or I'm just a baby. I'm just her baby. That's okay, you know. But there's such a baggage, there's such trauma from it. Like one of the worst example is I was in high school. My father and mom did not check if I did my homework. They didn't check if I was doing, schoolwork. So I was failing, of course. But then what happened in grade 11? I started really taking school seriously. Why? Because I started working out after school. So I was taking medication, but I was also going to work out. And I was obsessed with working out. So what I would do is I would work out. At the break, I would eat. And then at lunch, I would go to work out. So I would work out in the morning before going to school. I would work out at dinner, and then after school. And then sometimes I would get call from friends that said, "Hey, we're going. You want to come?" Like at around like 8. So three times a day I would work out. Sometimes 4. So and I was really into it. But then again, and I'm saying this story which sounds completely out of the blue, but there's importance, and I want to explain because I said I got really mad, but I have to explain why. Because otherwise it seemed irrational. And I understand that the way I acted was irrational. So maybe I'm trying to rationalize something that's not rationable, but I'm trying. And my mom has always been like super kind, but sort of enabling, so I would eat what I want. And my father was like, "Dude, I'm gonna give you a surprise. Um, you're really overweight, so I'm gonna sign you up to the gym." My apologies. My apologies. And then he was like, I'm gonna inscrit. In English is what? I'm gonna sign you up for a month. And if I said you're going, I'm gonna sign you up for the whole year, right? As a gift. So I went the first month. It was really fun. Once I go there, I was just feeling great there. It was just super nice, and I was never popular in high school, which is not true. I knew everybody. I was popular, but I never had any friends. There's a difference between popular and having friends. I did not know anybody, and nobody knew me. I would say hi to everybody in school, but I would still spend my weekend and night alone. I'm not playing complaining. I'm not playing victim. Don't worry about it. It was mostly by choice. And This is also weird because you see later in life, this is totally what I'm still doing. Um, I love socializing when it's beneficial. And I'm gonna sound like an asshole. It's gonna sound terrible. What I mean by beneficial is, for example, I'm at work. If I'm at work, you want to talk for 8 hours, there's no problem. I'll talk to you for 8 hours. But when I'm, for example, when I'm doing this, for example, when I'm doing this, for example, when I'm working, something I care about, or when I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, please, respect that. And so it was a chance to socialize with people. I spent 2 hours. I was popular there because um, for the first time in my life, I was getting respect. I was getting respect because I was actually I lost a lot of weight, and I want to more serious. That's a crazy story too. I was always the last one picked in gym class. I was becoming one of the first picked up, right? So I was really gaining respect, and that was fantastic, and I really liked it. And back then, and I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this almost jokingly, but it's not really a joke. Um, Back then, Jersey Shore had just hit TV, and I was watching it. So did they have something to do? Yeah, absolutely. These guys were getting laid, and I was 17 or 18. I don't remember. If you're 17 or 18, was the goal? No, 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 no. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you what you want me to hear. I asked you what was the goal. The goal was to get laid, right? Like fuck yeah, I'm gonna get laid, bro. So yeah. So long story short, I used to go every single day at school, but there's a little bit of a bonus information in there that I put. With the bonus information, and again, please, this is all truth. However, this is my retelling. This is how I view things. Maybe my parents saw it in a different way. I liked going there when it was convenient. So the truth is, I used to live in Upper Lachine. So the way Lachine work is it's a big mountain. It's like a big mountain. There's Upper Lachine, which is up the mountain. And when I talk about mountain, it's not mountain. It's not like how can I put this? It's not mountain. It's not like a huge mountain. It's not like this. But there's a hill. It's like a hill. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a hill. So the upper Lachine is up the hill, and the lower Lachine is down the hill. So my school was in Lower Lachine. It was on the 16th Avenue, right? And I was living in the 40th. I'm not gonna say the exact address because that's my father. That's still my father's house. And the gym was on the 32nd. So from school to my house, I wasn't passing next to the gym, but I was passing next to the shopping center. It's not really a shopping center. It's a shopping center. There's a lot of store that are connected to the building, and this just happened to be one of it. So I would go there every single day, and yeah, that was it. That was it. That was fun. However, what happened, like, was sort of not really problematic, but what was kind of for my father. I would go there every single day of the week, and the weekend I wouldn't go. And he still found a way to complain that you're not going in the weekend. And if you ask him today, did your son go to the gym? He says, yeah, but he wouldn't go on the weekend. Bro, I went there 5 days out of 7. I don't know if you're good in calculation. I'm not really good. If I was to do a quick math, I would do 7 times 10, right? And I would do 7 times 4. 7 times 10 is 70, 7 times 4 is 28, right? Right. So I was going 14 times 5 equates to how much? 14 times 5 is 30%. I was going 30% of the time and it still wasn't enough. Go figures. And what I'm trying to say with this is there's constant things with that. Um, and my childhood, and don't get me wrong, I had a good childhood. I don't have to complain. Never went hungry, which is kind of bullshit because there was meal that they knew. That's not my mom though. That's my dad. That's my dad. There was meal that he knew or the girlfriend knew that he didn't like, didn't care. Still cooked it. I would still eat it. and it was not mentioned, but didn't like it and didn't have to eat. Yeah, yeah. And with my mom, there was an example, right? With my mom. So I was having problem in school. The whole thing about the gym is because the gym I would spend a lot of energy. Like a lot of energy. Like you have to understand something, okay? And again, I'm not playing victim, I'm not complaining, right? But what you have to understand is that my medication was very strong. There was cases I started young, so they always up the dosage, and I was taking a lot. I was taking, I think it's I think it's give me a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna check it right now. I'm gonna check for Amazon.
Hello.
Eh ben, ça va?
Oui, toi?
Oui. Écoute, juste confirmer pour demain. Ok, good. Puis j'ai une question pour toi. C'est correct si tu te rappelles pas, là, mais est-ce que tu te rappelles combien de milligrammes de concentrage je prenais? À la fin? Donne-moi environ.
C'est parce que ça dépend de ton poids,
Ok.
ça dépend de ta grandeur,
Hein?
ton poids,
Mhm.
surtout ton poids, ton
Ok.
fait ton âge.
Ok. C'est pas ça que je t'ai demandé, mais merci.
Mais c'est une grosse question de poids.
Ok, mais
Fait que c'est sûr que quand t'allais à l'école, pas de même poids, là.
c'est pas ça que je t'ai demandé, parce que je t'ai demandé c'est combien je prenais.
Je sais pas.
De moi en environ. Je sais que c'était deux rouges puis une blanche.
Non, mais il y en avait juste ça.
Pourquoi ça t'a?
Comment ça va, là? C'est pas ça. Euh, du ritalin.
Oui, 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 ça c'était orange.
Ça, tu peux en prendre plus que
Ok,
comment ça. Exemple, c'est tout ça.
ok. Mais t'es pas un environ, c'est pas 100, c'est pas 200. C'est ça, Nathalie a raison. Nathalie a raison. Allons, Nat. Nathalie a dit qu'elle a pris le matin puis prenait le soir, fait que c'est pas. C'est comme une moitié de dose. Non, non, matin, midi.
Non, le concentré,
J'ai pas dit qu'on s'attend à j'ai dit Ritalin.
oui, oui.
Comme Nathalie a dit, c'était comme le matin et le midi, fait que c'est comme deux moitiés de dose.
En effet, c'est
Mais
un
c'est.
gros travail de faire ça dans le
Ouais. Et t'as pas une idée de combien?
Non,
Ok, mais c'est pas grave. Reste quand même.
oui.
Fais passer une bonne soirée les deux, puis j'attends des nouvelles pour les côtelettes. Les côtelettes. Ben, les côtelettes, là. Pas les côtelettes, c'est quoi ça? C'est des.
Non, c'est des,
En français.
c'est des loteries.
Et voilà. Et voilà. Tu me diras si c'est bon.
Je sais pas.
Mais tu vois, Nat, là, elle avait déjà acheté des côtes levées, des festivals, là. Mais ça, j'en achetais pour moi aussi, puis c'était cher à maudit comparativement à 5$. 5$, ça doit être pas pire, là. Mais même la semaine passée, là, la pizza que tu m'as montré, là, ça aussi, c'est pas pire, là.
Mais il y a une affaire,
Un spécial?
c'est dans le.
Ouais, ça, ouais, les tombeaux.
Pour le lait.
Ah ah, ah ah, ah ah, ah ah. Non, c'est dans l'allée des. Non, Nathan parle des frigos spéciaux, pas. C'est les tombeaux, c'est en face en face de l'allée.
Ouais, mais la pizza, par contre, celle que je savais pas, que c'est ça.
Ouais, je sais que c'est mercredi dernier.
Ça en fait, c'est une réserve pour le lait.
Ok, cool, cool, cool. C'est demain, c'est passé une bonne soirée les deux, puis merci.
Ok, c'est
Je
bon.
checkerai tes textes, ok? Je checkerai tes textes.
Ok, c'est bon.
Bye. See, see, love my dad. I asked him, you remember? Love my dad. Love my dad. He's a good dude. I asked him, do you remember by any chance how much medication I was taking in high school. His answer is like, oh, Frenchie, you don't have storage. Oh shit, Frenchie doesn't have storage. Frenchie, baby, you don't have enough storage. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Gonna do. I'm checking on Amazon to see if I got the goods. Frenchie, baby, she makes me seem so alive. I got purpose once again, again. I got purpose once again. There's a boat and there's my end. Yeah, you see? No more storage. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. How come I'm not worried? Because I got a trick up my sleeve. What is that trick? I still have Ulala. And Ulala is gonna give me français, France, français. Il te reste pas beaucoup de, il te reste pas beaucoup de storage en ordinalité. Ouh là là. Ça, par exemple, c'est problématique. Ça, c'est pas bon. Ashley, baby, blah. You make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again, again. I got purpose once again. Now I need to check for Frenchie just to make sure that I don't upload same video twice. Apologies. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. What the hell? You're saying that you're uploading? Ooh. Okay. You're saying that you're already uploading. That is marvelous. Why? Does that mean it did start already? If I save an hour, I save an hour. If I save 2 hours, I save 2 hours. Will I save 2 hours? Possibly not. Will I save 30 minutes? If I'm lucky. So good news, great news. We had the 10 hours video uploaded. Bad news. We had we deleted Ulala. Oh no, Ulala. Ulala, they did the wrong videos. I'm gonna keep something that's gonna take 6 gigs for 2 weeks. That's so freaking lovely. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. Why is that song so good? Because it's escaped the fate like when Ronnie Ratty was still in it. Like I was saying, I called my father. I'm like, yo, dad, what's up? He said, don't talk to me like that. Sorry, dad. And I said, do you remember how much? Wait a second. Wait a second. I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, do you remember how much medication I was taking in high school? Because I wanted to give you guys the exact numbers, and I don't remember. He said, hey, boy, I don't know. But he said, wait. He said, but with your weight, right. He said, but with your weight, it's gonna be a high number. I'm like, that's not what I asked. He said, well, I don't remember, but like I was saying with your weight. And I'm like, dude, that's not what I asked. I mean, I think he thinks that I want to take some more. So yeah. So with the medication I was taking, I was so it's funny to me because I'm like, dude, this is not what I asked, and then I kind of have to channel in, like, relax. Even though I'm talking to like not, I'm not trying to be a dick. I love my dad. I love my mom. It's like talking to a brick wall because I'm talking to you and you don't understand. So I have to retry and I have to be patient. But there's time where I don't want to be patient. There's time where we're having a conversation, bro. Please follow. And yes, I'm the guy that says that, even though I follow on the conversation. So it's very frustrating, but it's okay. Why? It's not on purpose. And then the girlfriend in the back, the girlfriend in the back, like she's part of the conversation. She involves herself in the conversation, but she's sweet. Like, and we had a lot of problem growing up. I didn't like her. She didn't like me because I didn't like her, of course. Like, maturing is realizing that my step parents' relationship is broken because I didn't let them in. I didn't allow them to be step parents. So they grow up to resent me, both of them, because I didn't allow them in. And I play the victim because I'm like, dude, you're not with me. No, I'll then I talk to you first. Yeah. So, um, with that, and she's like, oh well, he was taking Ritalin, and he was taking once in the morning and in the dinner. Oh, no storage. No. No. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again, 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 again. I got purpose once again. I think you're the one. Yo creo que tú eres. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Shield. Shielder, 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 shielder. Are you there? Are you there? Shielder, shielder, shielder. Shielder, shielder, shielder. Are you there? Are you there? Shielder, shielder. Shielder, shielder. Shielder, shield, shielder, shielder. I don't know you are, I don't know where you are, but you're here, but you're here. Shield doesn't have enough storage to film, but I didn't upload and Shield doesn't have enough storage to film all I need. I found it, I found her, found something interesting, found it, I'm fine. She healed, did you find? Did you find? Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh. Do-do. And we are back, my friends. We are back, my friends. We are back. So I didn't have enough storage. I'm sorry about that. It's gonna be a problem today. I'm gonna tell you why. Super simple. And you got too hot. It's okay. It's okay, Meng. It's okay. So the reason I talk about my medication and working out is just because this year the wire came in. Oh, my dumbass. I'm a dumbass. The wire just came in, but I'm doing call forwarding. So now they possibly called me and it went to a voicemail that is not mine. Look, right now it's 8:36, and I'm gonna show you. Look, try to do it at 8:35 today. Shit. Fuck. I don't have good wires today. Ooh, lads. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna charge the battery pack. Fuck, I'm full storage. Shit. Full storage. Two, two, two. Good. Good. Ugh. Dude, like today was like the perfect opportunity to have like a good day, and I fucked it up because I don't have Wi-Fi. I didn't have Wi-Fi the whole day, so I was supposed to upload every single video today, but I can't. Can't because the Wi-Fi wasn't there. So yeah. So now I had a day to charge everything, right? But they didn't upload. So I could have used the 10 hours plus the 6 that I spent editing, uploading, which would have given me 16 hours to upload a shit ton. But I didn't. It's not a big deal. But all of the problem that I have today shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. Again, I mean it. It's not a big deal. It just kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks because this is all avoidable, right? I put, I saw something on Google. I was like, why is my modem keep on not working? Saying, well, it's too hot. So I put a ice pack. I put everything on it, right? And it wasn't working. It didn't work for like 11 hours. So then I just restarted it and it worked. At the same time, I'm fucked. So now this is full of storage. This was full of storage. This is full of storage. So many of them are full of storage, and I feel dumb because I don't like. Okay. I'm so sorry about this. This is very frustrating, because I do a lot, but I'm gonna like for example today wasn't planned, but I allow myself a day off, right? And I was supposed to do a lot, and I didn't do it. Because I didn't do it, I'm like fuck, you know, could have done better. It's okay though, right? So what I talk about, yeah, the medication and the workout. With the Concerta, it was two like there was two side effects. I don't know if Concerta or just Ritalin, but because psychologically speaking, placebo effect, I knew Ritalin did it, and my brain Concerta did it. It was insomnia, or not insomnia, but problem falling asleep, and I had problem with eating. So what I started doing is with working out, my body was tired. I would come back and I was exhausted. I would sleep like that. And I would sleep good sleep because you can sleep like for 8 hours is not good sleep. And I would eat a lot. Okay, so I would eat rice, but I would still eat a lot. I went from not eating dinner, never eating dinner to eating dinner. And it was phenomenal. I was so cool, you know? So that really helped with the focus. So in high school, when I say in grade 11, I was better. What I mean is I was healthier. My brain was healthier. So my mom was afraid that she's like, okay, we'll get the push. So she started hiring a tutor, right? And then I love my mom, but look what she did. She gave me a game, and I remember the game. It was Transform on PS2. It was a great game. And she said, okay, well, I'm going to give you this, but you have to promise me that you're going to do 6 months of tutor. I was like, okay, mom, no problem. So what I did was I did 6 months of tutor, and then at first it was only one. It was only for French. I was struggling. I wasn't struggling with talking. Trust me, I was struggling with writing because I didn't know. So we have ER, which is A, and we have E with it, like a little, which is A. The same thing. For one is a verb, for one is not a verb. I didn't know how to use it, right? I also didn't know how to put comma because when I talk, I don't put comma, right? So yeah, and I had a lot of problem with that. And so I had a tutor for that. Then I started having a tutor for math. Now I'm gonna be honest, tutor for math was amazing because everybody was struggling with algebra. I wasn't because he found a way to explain it to me, which was perfect. And even if you just helped me with algebra, that was something already, right? I was always good in math though. I had a tutor in science. I had four tutor the weekend. So Saturday 2, Friday 1, and Sunday 1. And for that, I was taking medication. My mom, again, but my mom didn't care. I was uncomfortable with me taking medication and how much I was taking. I don't know how she got medication when she wasn't supposed to get medication, right? And yeah, and it's to me it sucks because how can I put this? To me it sucks because the the intention was pure. The intention was legit. She wanted me to pass. I suppose that, and that's a good intention. That is great. That is amazing. But at the same time, she kind of forced and dude, 4 tutor per weekend was too much. And then what bugs me is still to this day, my father will say things like, "Hey, you should be thankful for your mom. It's thanks to her you had your diploma. If she didn't help you out with a tutor, you wouldn't be able to." I'm like, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Because you never gave me the chance to be myself. You never gave me the chance to allow me to fail. You know? When I look at myself, I see that I have good parents. And they're there, but I can't even fail. They don't allow me to fail. They're there to pick up the pieces before I even had the chance to pick up the pieces. You know? So it's bad. It is really bad. And it sucks. It really does. Um, and I wouldn't mind if it was once in a while, but it's constant, and this I do mind. I'm like, dude, that's not okay. Um, Other example, I'm trying to find you another example. There's so many, but they're all small things. That's more my dad. My mom she doesn't know. My dad used to come because I was working a lot, and there was a lot of package being stolen. Right, there was a lot of package being stolen, and yes, okay, good. Cass, I thought about the girl yesterday. I started texting some of them yesterday. When I told you that I'm getting a lot of texts from ladies yesterday, they just said that I texted him first, right? That's yesterday I was a bit worked up. So yeah, so I gotta put this. Yeah, my father would come to the apartment. He would say things like, he would say things like, "Your apartment's a mess," and I'm like, "Okay, well, when you know somebody's gonna come, you clean up, right? You come up unannounced. Like, well, your apartment should be clean instead, in case I show up." I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?" There was this instance where I put oh yeah, my father's good for that. Um, he told me like 3 weeks ago. It's like sometimes I came back from work, and you were asking for attention. Didn't even give me time to breathe. I'm like, Dad, I haven't lived in your house in 13 years. What are you talking about? Right? He would say things like, "Oh, I used to come to your house, and you had fridge. You had phone in the fridge, but you never asked yourself why the phone was in the fridge. I was recording audio, which I admit is weird. I admit is unconventional. But when you listen to 80 hours worth of content per week, because you have an application that allows you to listen to 2 times the speed your audio, well, there's not a lot of 80 hours videos on the net, right? Just saying. So What you do is you put them all together. You record them at 2 times the speed. You record them at a lower quality, and instead of being 2 to 3 gigs for like an hour, it was 100 megabytes per hour. Yeah, it was amazing. So I had a 128 gigs of storage, but I literally had like, for example, the Adrian Ring book, and I talked about this, and the writer of the books wrote the comments on my video. True story. Um, and I was saying Berlin Tree, so I remember I was in the jail. If you know, you know. um, the Adrian Rings book were 51 hour. Okay, they were 3 gigs per books. Okay, and it's gonna be hard to believe. I understand that. There's 3 books. Each book is anywhere from 1 to 5 gigs. So we'll do three as a sort of in between. So you had 3 times 8. That gives you 24 gig. Well, on my phone, I have a file which is called the Engine Ring series, which is 700 and something megabytes, but it's lower. It's like 713, 15, I don't remember. And I got 51 hour. This file don't exist. You have to create it yourself. And also, safe to say, I was using my old phone that I'm not using anymore. Well, that was years ago, but still. I wasn't using, and it was in the fridge. I'm like, and my father's like, "Well, who puts their phone in the fridge?" Hello. If I'm at work and you can call me, that means that I have a phone with me, right? So if my phone is in the fridge, how can you call me? Maybe I have a second phone, which I use, which means that this one, I am not using it. You understand? So it's logical take, and you can see this is weird. It is weird. It is weird. But the end justify the means. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to radio for 51 hours. I'm gonna listen to radio for 40 hours per week. I'm gonna listen to podcasts, which are good, by the way. Podcasts are good. Podcasts are really good. Would you listen to podcasts? Well, I'm gonna show you. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something great. No storage. There's no storage, and that fucking sucks. There's no storage, and I'm out of luck. There's no storage, and it fucking sucks. And beyond blue eyes, but my dreams they are demanding. 'Cause my flower to bring I use hours and out the morning. I'm so demanding. I'm faint to see. Pepum, pepum, pum. Yoi, yoi, pum, pum, pum. Dee dee dee. I don't know what it is. 104, 104. I don't have the storage. You suck, bro. You suck. You suck. You don't have the storage, and that's out of shot. You don't have a chance, but you're out of luck. And I suck here, but I'm out of touch. You don't have the storage, but I'm out of suck. Eyes ending. Good. Ay, ay, ay. 1855. 1856. 1856. 1856. Oh, good. I don't have the storage, guys. Tutor, tutor. Tutor, tutor. Okay. The 1943, I think I have it. The 1943, I think. The 1943, I have it. 1943. Uh huh. 1943. 1944. Yes, I have it. 1943. That should be 1919. Okay, so that's a bit more. 1943. 1944. Good. Okay, good. I'm so sorry, guys. Look, this is the reason why today was the worst. I am so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is the reason why today was the worst. See, phone is too hot, but I'm calm, so that's okay. Like, of course, shit happens and I can't control, but listen them. It's okay. It happens, and I'm good. I'm good. Are you for real? Pinky, promise me right now. Good. Perfect. That was one of the girls that texted. I mentioned a girl yesterday. I started texting her again. Oh, wait a second. Wellness check. Buttercup. Are you garlic? Buttercup. Are you? I'm gonna text Carly also. Are you? Wellness check. Buttercup. I got a buttercup, parmesan, buttercup, soy milk, buttercup. What is you? There you go. You're gonna laugh. I hope. So yeah, so there were so many instances where all my childhood it was like that. It was constantly doubting, constantly like grudge, constantly like I have to make sure that you're good. I have to make sure that something happens. Like for example, with my mom, she asked me how Carly was. That's why I texted Carly actually. She's like, "How's Carly?" And I was like, "I don't know, mom. I haven't talked to her in a while." And her answer was something along the lines of, "She wouldn't want a bum like you." I'm like, "You're my mom, dude. What are you saying? You know, you're supposed to be on my side." And I'm saying, am I saying that there's a side? No. Am I saying it would have been nice if you took mine? Yes. You know, but that is this the hardship, the sentiment of hardship. This is the daily struggle, you know. And yesterday, I was pissed off, but it was just because it was so much at the same time. It was so much like not at the same time, but so much like you know. The fact that 2, 3 years old, it's not the things that bothered me. It's not her telling me what to say that bothered me. It's the fact that you think that I'm not able to. It's the fact that you think that I'm not mature or whatever it is. And my mom is very enabling and she helps a lot. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes I'm telling her, hey, like, I don't need help. For example, she'll buy me clothes and I'll tell her, hey, please don't buy me clothes. They don't have space. She's like, yeah, but if you have clothes that you're not wearing, put them in the garbage. I'm like, yeah, but those clothes I chose. I'm not saying that you don't have good taste, but yeah, those clothes I chose. I chose it for a reason, you know. The goal is not to buy clothes to throw away old ones that she didn't wear, you know. So it's complex. And the weight is also something. The weight is also something. My father makes fun of me for my weight, right? Wants to see me a wants to see a doctor. It's rough. Can I choose? Can I lose the weight? Yeah. My issue is once again, like, and I understand where they're coming from, right? Yes, I'm fat, but if you're, let's say if you're smart, they're smart. Be nice, bro. They're smart. But if you think about it, why is the reason he's gaining weight, right? And you actually watch content, so you know that I've tried a couple times to do weight loss, didn't succeed. Well, sometimes, most of the time. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not often. When people fail something, they end up trying again. So maybe, just maybe, I'm gaining weight, and I couldn't say like I'm getting weight to be able to lose more, so it looks better on camera and it looks like a bigger achievement than what it is. Because that doesn't make sense. And to be honest, with weight, I'm not trying to put down anybody that lost weight, but I mean, if you're able to lose 50 pounds, you're pretty much able to do everything. You're pretty much able to lose 60 pounds, 70 pounds. There's a point where like, okay, well, this is, I don't think somebody that's 6 foot can lose 200 pounds, right? Because bone is something. Bone mass is something. Bones are something. Wow. Bone mass is something, you know? But yeah. It's so there's no stoppage, right? Especially at my height. My bones are not that heavy. So it's just, and I understand that there's multiple times in the past where I kind of showed them that I couldn't be trusted, or they had to be wary of trusting me because I wasn't the nicest kid, or I wasn't the most subservient kid there is. And I understand that it's hard to trust somebody that lied to you. I understand that. And yes, I lied to my parents, of course, but understand that it's hard to trust me, but there's a time where you have to realize that, dude, that person that I used to be with, I lied a lot. I was 22. How old am I today? 33. So, technically speaking, it's 11 years ago. Am I saying that all should be forgiven? No. Am I saying that I possibly changed in 11 years? Maybe. Most likely. So, it to me, it's bothersome because, and also there's, I gotta, sometimes it feels that they're not trying to get to know me, you know? So, when I was a kid, there was a lot of problem with my parents because my father was a guy that loved work. He was a guy that loved work so much, and he would try to talk about work to me. But I was 6, 7 years old, 6, 7. I was a kid, so you talk to work about me. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I watched Pokemon. That was pretty good. I watched Pokemon this morning. That was pretty good. What are we eating today? Oh, that's nice. Okay. Don't tell me about, well, the union is coming down. The union is coming down hard on the buses. The what and who? You know, he used to tell me when I was a kid. He used to tell me as a kid. He, wait, wait, this is hilarious. My father used to tell me as a kid, inflation sure is a bitch. Inflation sure is a bitch. Thank God I got money put away in a tax-free account. I'm, I'm 4, bro. Sure, I guess. Sure. He used to tell me things like, I hope. Wait. He used to tell me things like, I hope this year the government is generous with the rate of increase for rent. Sure. He used to tell me as a kid the importance of having a CELI, which is a compte libre d'épargne. CELI. Compte libre CELI. Compte épargne libre d'impôt. Yes, that it is. So what was it? Tax-free saving account. Tax-free saving account. TFSA. Yeah, yeah. Tax-free saving account. Yeah, yeah. You tell me about the importance of that. I'm 5, bro. I'm getting $2 allowance per weeks. Sure, sure. And then the funniest thing is, as a kid, and it was the '90s. It was different. But we had, and I'm not gonna say the name of the bank because I'm gonna get sued. But we had a bank. This is a true. I swear to God, that's a true story. I swear to God, on everything that's holy, it's a true story. We used to have. There was a specific bank. I'm not gonna say the name because this is slandering. They used to come. That okay. They came to our school. They would come at every single time, at every single first year. And what they would do is they would talk about like the importance of having a bank account, the importance of saving money, right? And they would give they gave me. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember they gave me like this little like it was super cool. It was like it was like not necessarily not necessarily a cardboard, but how can I put this? You have the poster that you roll up. They're a bit thicker paper. Do you know the material I'm talking about? This was the material that we used. And I remember making a box. There was a hole on top and you could put money in, right? And that bank came to school. And I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I was possibly in grade 1 or grade 2. And they were telling us the importance. And my father was so happy. He was like, dude, I'm so glad that's a good thing. And then years later, they got so we got a show in Quebec, which is called Enquête, which is basically Enquête is what like not inspector, but sort of like a cold case or something like that, right? And what they're doing is you're going after big fish, and that bank was shown to be one of the worst because their tax was increased. Their interests their interest index was awful. So yeah, so there was a lot of things that that specific bank did that was not moral, was not kosher. So they were going to the school because they knew that by going to school they would have the kids open up an account with them, and it was disgusting. Like for example, a normal bank would give you like, oh, back then it was like 0.010% of interest. I don't know exactly. They would give you 0.00010%. Give you even less. They would give you. They were the worst. You know. So, but that they went to school was kind of cool. I gotta say. So it's why am I talking about this? Because again, and my mom, she doesn't really talk. She doesn't really talk. She'll ask a lot of questions. She'll talk about shows. She's more in the moment. She's more happy to talk about anything than everything. My mom is very on the surface. She'll talk to you about like the weather. She'll talk to you about like for example, she was watching the Canadian because they were winning, and she was talking to me about it. It was adorable because she doesn't know a lot about hockey. I don't know a lot about it either, but she was showing interest because they were doing good. I was like, you know what? I usually hate people that pretend to like something because it's popular. So, for example, right now is the soccer World Cup, right? And Canada's doing pretty good, and people are talking about it. I don't dislike soccer. I think I'm more interested in the players and the behind the scene than the actual sport, right? But I'm not gonna start talking about how great I think Messi is or how great I think let's say Leonardo. I don't know why. I'm not gonna start talking about how great I think. Oh, guess what? Uh, Look at this. This is my This is what I think. You think is gonna interest me? Our emblem. Super good game though. So yeah. And to me it was tough because you know people would talk about at school. We're talking about sport all the time, and I was like, I don't care. I'm more into the sports, the behind the scenes. For example, um, I'm watching a lot of TUF, which is the next Ultimate Fighter, and they're going in and their dramas in the house. I'm more interested in that than the actual fights. You know, so that to me that's interesting. So yeah, so my mom was talking about it, and my mom just like to talk about surface. But as a kid, with both parents, I wasn't allowed. Well, not that I was allowed to be myself, but I didn't get along because they were talking about something that I didn't really care about. I was talking about something that they didn't really care about. You know, I remember this is a true story too. I remember. I will always remember this. This is a. I don't know how I feel about that moment. I think it's a great moment, but it's a great example. So my I was playing Ocarina of Time. If you guys know, you know, right? And I was playing on Nintendo 64. Problem with the cartridge was it was in English. I did not speak English, so I was stuck in the very first part of the game. Then I explore. I found a small tunnel that led me to a labyrinth. The labyrinth led me to a sword. The sword led me to get out of the first boss. And I remember going to my father and telling him like, "Hey, Dad, oh my God, Dad, will never be able to happen. I had to find this sword, and I crawled down a hole. I didn't know where it was going to lead me, but I explored and I found it." My father was like, "This is great. Do you want me to teach you how to shave?" There was a disconnect, you know. So there was never a. So what I'm trying to say is there's a there's a there's lack of understanding with both parents. You know, just call my father right now and ask him how much medication I was taking when I was in high school, and his answer was, "Well, with your weight right now, you know." So there's a disconnect. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. It's not the worst thing that ever did happen. But it's just that there's a clear lack of communication. And my thing is only on their part. It's on my part. But the solution, sadly, is what? The solution, sadly, is to raise my voice, to be sort of an asshole, and be like, okay, well, listen to me. Like, for example, I was talking to my father yesterday. I'm using my dad a lot as an example because my father is, I'm more able to give me shit. I know this sounds awful, but my father, I'm able to say, hey, wake up. My mom, she's gonna give me shit. Or she'll be hurt. She don't want her to be hurt, right? I don't want her to be hurt. That's not the goal. That never was the goal. But my father, for example, I called him yesterday, and I started talking to him, and he cut me off and started going on. Cause I think he has ADHD too. He started going on another subject, and I had to cut him off. I said, "Dad, I'm talking." I said, "Oh, Mom, I cannot say that. I'm a bit more able to give shit to my dad." So there's a disconnect with both parents, but my father is a bit easier to. Come on, wake up. I feel awful to do that, but sometimes I have to. You know, I don't. The what I would have to do is I would have to be an asshole and be more authoritative. But that's my parents. I'm not supposed to be authoritative with my parents. I'm supposed to be the kid. And I'm not saying the kid as take care of me. I'm supposed to be the kid as my parents might get my role model. And yesterday, yeah, it really bugged me because, like I said, there's a lack of understanding. There's lack of understanding who I am. Like, for example, right? Both my parents, the only person, this is Bible on my Bible swear. The only person that knows about Project Vendetta is me, right? Carly. There's potato. There's potato. Um, the potato is special. So potato is a guy that used to listen. Well, a guy or a girl, I don't know. It's a person that listened a lot to my content, and because on TikTok they were able to they see what you watch, your algorithm, and they connected him or her to the Project Vendetta. Said, hey, you watch that guy a lot. Here's a guy. So for example, best example possible. I used to watch a lot of Meat Canyon. Great content creator. Fucking love that guy. I think it's funny. I started watching him for Meat Canyon. Then I started watching Papa Meat. And then what is it? What is it called? He has a Magic the Gathering channel. Tell me, do I matter anymore? I spent my whole life shaking on the floor to live myself to death in my own head. To all I know that I'm never gonna be alone. To this song any longer. Meet Canyon. Look, Meet Canyon, Papa Meet, that's the same person. The same person. There's Meet Magic. Try to find him. Meet Canyon, Magic, The Gathering. Meaty Magic. Love that. I love that. I love that. And yes, Tree Channel is definitely more work than one. But the people that are there for Magic the Gathering are there for Magic the Gathering. And the guy, and I love the guy, but I think he cheats a little bit. Because, like, a lot of people that are going to be watching, that's the goal. That is the ultimate goal. A lot of people that like him, they won't automatically like Magic the Gathering, but they'll watch the video because they like him. You understand? So it's like this person that everything they touch is gold. They'll use celebrities. For example, Prime with KSI and Logan Paul. They didn't create. They don't. They're they're glorified brand ambassador. Right? They possibly have stakes in the business for sure, but they didn't create. They're not at the helm. It's not theirs. Right? So use your name, and we can. That's fantastic because the animation was pretty good. And of course, I started watching him, and the first that I watched from him was I reacted to it too. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. It was. I don't. I'm not sure. I know there's two. It was either frozen products or cereal, and it was fantastic. It was such a good video, and he did some magic here because he would make a normal video, and he would have animation in his video. So I thought it was fantastic. And with Mini Magic, I'm like, dude, imagine doing that. That's something that I really like. But at the same time, like, there's a lot to be said about what he did, which is truly inspiring. So you build a brand, and at the same after that, you use your brand to do something that you like, knowing that you're gonna get more eyes on, and there's possibly more views on his animation than anything else. But that doesn't matter. That's what he wants, and that's the most important part. That's the craziest thing, you know. Um, like I was saying with the content. Um, what was I talking about? I don't remember. But apart from Curtis somebody that knows, Potato knows. But Potato, like I was saying, Potato, I think they're good. They're cool. I never had a problem. The couple of times we talked, super kind, super kind. Um, but it's how can I put this? I don't think they understood what I was doing with Project Vendetta. I don't think they were like, okay, well, this is a cool product. I think because he thought that, okay, well, this is a second channel for something else, right? So nobody knows. And my parents, what kind of just a perfect example or perfect way to show up to show it is that like when I told them both I lied, big deal, I lied, I'm a liar. I told them both, and this is kind of sad because it's both for the same reason. I told them both that I'm not making cut anymore because I thought the two of them were too involved. And I'm like, back off, this is mine. Okay, back off. This is my future. If you're not gonna respect that, and if you're not gonna enjoy what I'm doing, I'm not gonna force you to enjoy. But if you're not, you don't have to like the video, but you have to admit that. Well, I thought my son was doing nothing. I thought my son was jerking off all day. Jerk off champion, jerk off athletes. Turns out it's been working. And yes, the content is not for everybody, and the content is messy, fucked up, and it's no storage. Fuck me, dude. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Hey, so twit. Sister. Hey, hey, the radio. Stereo. Radio. Hey, soul sister. I don't wanna miss a single thing you do. Oh shit. And we're back. This time we're finishing the the video. I promise. I promise you. Why? Shit, it's closed. That took more than a couple minutes. Took a nice little 20 minutes. Just for it to wait to upload. To upload. Record. Thank you. Let's do defense. Let's do defense. Good. Merchant, baby. Merchant. So yes, so like I was saying, yes, my parents, like, nobody knows that I'm doing Project Vendetta. And I'm getting the occasional message like, hey, where are you, dude? I miss you, from friends, And I'm really grateful for that. But like there's never really, which is not true. I think Dofi did it. The only guy. Somebody really asked me, are you still making content? Are you still active? Are you coming back? Nobody does that. Which is fine, it happens. I'm not hurt by that. I mean, if I would have loved that, but hey, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's okay, Yait. Yait. Oh, you don't say. Funny. I know Vendetta. What are the odds? She's very flirtatious. She's cute too. She's cute. She's cute too. Yeah, Stacy. Super nice girl. Used to flirt a lot. Had a little fling. But they stopped. She's um she's a mom, and we it was mostly physical. Very very both into kinks, very very into not extreme stuff, but stuff that's is out of the ordinary. And then I knew that she was a mom, and then like sort of flirtatious, but then she'd say things like after her because my kids are near the room, they don't know I'm here, and I just felt not comfortable with that because I was like, I feel like I feel like I'm taking away from emotion, a family shared emotion for selfish need, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. And yeah, and it was also like then I was working during the day. I was like a college during the night, so I would only text her when I was needy for for. And I gotta say, super cool. She was okay with that. She was like, "Hey, I don't mind." I told her I'm sorry for that. She said, "No, I don't mind, and I totally understand it. You're busy. I'm not there to tell you like not be busy." And it was super understanding, but she wasn't the only one. There's multiple girl, and she was the only one that didn't complain about me being too busy or me only texting when, you know. And I was like, if everybody else is complaining but not you, it's not fair for you. So, for example, with my mom yesterday, I was like, "Hey, I don't want to talk about finding a job with you anymore." Um, I'm not gonna talk with my dad about it too because I'm like, dude, I don't talk about it anymore, and I'm not gonna talk about you anymore. I was complaining about my mom sending me like message just about finding a job and hey, this place is hiring. Hey, this place is hiring. My father did the same thing. My father did the same thing a year before, and it was constant. It's like, hey, this place is hiring. I would wake up to a text sent like at 6 a.m., 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. This place is hiring. I appreciate the help, but how many people have their parents involved in the job hunt? I don't know. I actually don't know. So to come back to what I was saying, with the content, like both of them, when and my father didn't do anything, right? My father didn't do anything. However, they're both my parents. If I treat one way, I have to treat my father the same way. If I treat my father one way, I have to treat my mom the same way. Just fair, you know. And if you truly knew me, you knew I wouldn't stop. You knew I wouldn't stop because hey, you know I don't give up, right? I don't give up. You know how much this meant to me. You know how much I love this. You knew, and you chose not to believe in the fact that oh you truly give up, and then I get in trouble for lying, but they're stupid lies. I'm telling you, hey, I've been doing something every day for the next year. You know how much I poop per day. You know how involved I am. You know how obsessed I am, and I tell you that I'm obsessed on Monday, and on Wednesday I'm like, hey, I give up. And like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, okay. And mm, both of them, they were sort of happy I would give up. They're sort of, they're sort of like, hey, my mom said I miss when you were making videos once, which I'm grateful for. But you know, both don't know me, and you're not gonna know me because I'm not gonna force you guys to know me. If you want to know me, that's cool. If you don't, it's okay. Also, it's okay. It's okay. And yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm making so much effort. Like for example, the job hunt. I don't show you on camera. That's the only thing that I don't show. Why? Because when I started, I did. Did it for 1 week. Did it for 2 weeks. And I know it's childish. I know it's stupid. But you have to understand that in those 2 weeks, I did not get a single call.